Yo, I think this yoga's working. Morgan, what is up? Story. I've come out of retirement. It's been a while. I'm trying to work this yoke again. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Of course I know. Of course I know. My OG. Are your exams finished? We need to get that link up done. We need to get that link up done for sure. You hurt your back? Oh no. What's wrong with your back? How are you gonna go to your exam if you hurt your back? It's bad. Oh my god, how bad is it? Have you been into the doctor or not? Shit. Are they? I don't know though, mate. Sometimes they say them painkillers be cancelling each other out though if you take too many, like. Am I right? Oh. Well, that's good though. But like, how are you gonna do your exam tomorrow then? You find a way. Get a lift or something. Yeah, I know you. I don't want to give up easy. Yeah, that's just it. It's the last one anyway. So hopefully you can get through it okay. Is this your second year, was it? Yeah, do minutes be charging money for them resets? I know at DCU they charge money for resets. They're very greedy over there. They charge money for everything, but they charge money for resets. They charge money for resets as well. I think it's like €150 for a reset over in DCU. What am I looking for here? See, well, hopefully you can get through it. It's a second year anyway. They usually do like pass by compensation if you're close enough. Like, if I am on this page, let's look. That. I think I need to open the second one. This one. Second year already, yeah. See, time's flying, man. Time's flying. Everybody's getting through the degrees. Like, you having assignments towards it. Not sure. Like, that's just it. Like, hopefully that will help to get you over the line. You know. But yeah, main news are very late with their exams as well. Like we've been done for nearly 3 weeks now. Like we finished at the end of April in DCU. Main news are still going. TUD just finished this week as well. Like it's crazy stuff. Like we've been done for ages. I don't know if it's me or you, but there's a lag. Bro, I don't know. This technology is finicky. This Wi-Fi is cheap. Um, well, it's like the screen's frozen or the audio's frozen. Well, the audio is frozen. Probably couldn't hear. Like I don't have anything up on the main screen. Like, hold on. Okay, as I was, set this shit up again. You know, I feel like with the quality of technology that's out these days, it really shouldn't be so finicky. Trying to.
done. Am I chopped or no?
Not a lot, but
Thank you. Am I chopped?
Don't claim to be a hawk, cause niggas down from that disease. He gon' let that nine blow with me. Can I speak my mind? Can I breathe? I know she might cry if I leave. I've been fooled by liars and thieves. I shot my rollie, but I know time cannot breathe. Once you get my pussy up, it's over with. That's who you used to be, cause that's who I was closer with. I'm in my bag now, I act like I don't know the bitch. Before I knew what platinum was trying to go on his. Well, if he act like he bout it, then put him on the list. You better pick out a casket, cause they going quick. They gas him up, not tear shedding when they post his pic. I know about some fluky shit, I heard he died on the lick. My whole squad's going, bitch, we don't do no assist. Potential wasted, cause they in his lane, he ain't know his nicks. Might catch him at the red light, tryna load his blick. Every day a gamble with your life, all we know is risk. From the windy city where you bound to see the coldest shit. I'm so sick of farewells and RIP. In the churches yelling gang, all times what I bleed. Don't claim to be a hawk, cause niggas die from that disease. He gon' let that nine blow with me. Can I speak my mind? Can I breathe? I know she might cry if I leave. I've been fooled by liars and thieves. I shot my rollie, but I know time cannot free. Switches on them glizzies get to blowing like it's for me. Promise to my son that the streets won't get no more of me. Remember every line from that obituary poetry. See they peep I'm ballin', now just go back to ignoring me. Always gotta smash, release the beast when they record me. Lord, I'm trying to take it easy on them, but they force it. See him in person and that boy won't stand on shit he been saying. Pop shit like Taliban, loading up them sticks in a van. You know it's fuck the other side, cause my niggas gone. Always been fuck the other side, we don't get along. If we bump heads like Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. Ain't for the head, that chopper spray, we get them gone. Independent, her hair down, and she feeling grown. Trying to correct her flaws, she filled with silicone. And she ain't all innocent, she did a nigga wrong. I got a playlist for your heart, girl, pick a song. I'm so sick of farewells and RIP. In the churches yelling gang, all times what I bleed. Don't claim to be a hawk, cause niggas die from that disease. He gon' let that nine blow with me. Can I speak my mind? Can I breathe? I know she might cry if I leave. I've been fooled by liars and thieves. I shot my rollie, but I know time cannot free.
Listen, bro, we don't know nothing about Arsenal over here, man. Ah, we don't know nothing about Arsenal over here. Listen, look at the way. Oh my God! Like, if you really think about it, the weather has been so good. The sun is shining. Niggas talking about Arsenal. What? What? Oh man, we don't need to do all that. We don't need to do all that. There's no such thing. You know, the way I see it, it's basically a myth. Like, you know, basically a myth. All right. Okay, let's see if this works. All right. Oh, you fucking put these ones over. This one though. My mama was a gangster. Man, Stone. Oh. Okay. Right. Yeah. So, good afternoon, whoever is using their free time to doom scroll on TikTok at the moment. As you can see, we have our beloved Paul Pogba on the screen. What does this mean? We are going to investigate if Paul Pogba is actually a lazy player. So we all know from Pogba's time at Manchester United, you know, certain pundits like Graham Souness and such often peddle the narrative that Pogba was lazy, you know, he didn't put in a shift for the team, all this yada yada yada. So, as the sports analyst that I am, I'm going to use my computer science skills to really investigate the data. Because one thing that doesn't lie is the numbers. The numbers don't lie. So we are going to look at the numbers and we're going to answer the question, is Paul Pogba a lazy footballer? Or was it just propaganda against an expressive, sometimes problematic black man from from France? So that is the nature of I don't know, I guess what we're gonna do on this stream. So is the first thing anyway is, I guess we'll talk a little bit about the plan. The plan. Give me a second though. Put something up on the screen. Okay. So our investigation requires a bit of structure. Excuse me. Structure indeed. So we are going to look at this from these sections that I have, excuse me, up on the screen. So we can't just look at the raw numbers without context. So we're gonna split each, I guess, section of numbers we collect into 4 categories. So Pogba's stats relative to his teammates, his stats relative to league averages, of course the year that was being played, his stats relative to the positions that he played, and his stats relative to his build. So I don't think it would make much sense to expect like someone like Bruno and Pogba to run the same amount. Pogba is a big guy, he's like 6'3", 6'4", something like that. A lot of muscle on the frame. Bruno, he's like 5'7", 5'8", a lot smaller. You can get around the pitch easier. So it wouldn't make sense to expect Pogba to put up the same distance numbers, same amount of sprints and such as someone like Bruno or like a winger like Rashford, that type of stuff. To make sure that the comparisons actually make sense, you need to make sure that you're applying the correct context. So that's why we're going to split it up like that. Oh shit, can't even see some of the, hold on, let me move this yoke over to the right hand side. Right, yeah. So you'll be able to see the thing. Right. So where was it? So yeah, you'll be able to, now you're able to see it. So yeah, like I was saying, you have to apply the correct context so it actually makes sense, what you're comparing, or comparing. So if you look at the sections that we're going to be diving into, so we have physical movement, physical and movement. It's been a long day, sorry. Physical and movement. So we're looking at distance, high intensity runs, sprints, distance covered without the ball, pressing actions, PPDA contribution, and counter press actions. So I don't know if some of you remember a few years back, they showed a statistic on Sky Sports, and they said that Pogba was like top 10 players with the highest percentage of time on the field spent walking, which obviously would imply that he's lazy. But what if he walks like a lot relative to his position? Because like, again, this was part of what was wrong with the narrative that Sky Sports were pushing, because without even looking at the advanced stats, if you don't even give people the opportunity to consider the other parts of the conversation, so if you say Paul Pogba spends a lot of time on the pitch walking, where is he playing? He was often playing in a double pivot in front of the centre backs, so a lot of the time is going to be spent in the middle of the pitch, right? Okay. And if you're playing for Manchester United, a lot of the time is going to be spent with the ball. So out of possession, you would expect to do a lot more running. In possession, you do a lot less running. So if you're going to say Paul Pogba spends a lot of time walking, when he's walking, is he getting a lot of touches of the ball? Is he passing the ball a lot? Is he holding his position? Is his team in possession? You can't just say Paul Pogba walks a lot with no additional context. You can say Messi walks a lot. Is that when his team is pressing and he's not involved? Is that when he has the ball, he's trying to pick out a pass, drop it into midfield? Like, if you don't watch a whole lot of Paul Pogba, you don't watch a whole lot of Messi, right? Messi is a good example because we all know he walks a lot. Like, out of possession, he doesn't do anything, right? So if you're gonna make this type of claims about players, then you say additional context. That's one of the main gripes I have with the punditry from Sky Sports back in the day. It was poor. It was basically just slander. But anyway, we are going to try and approach this from a neutral context, or a neutral perspective, I should say, so that we can, if indeed we find that Paul Pogba, shocker, he is lazy, no problem. no problem. But I have a feeling that the numbers will tell us something a little bit different, you know. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. That's what we're gonna look at, and these are some of the numbers that we are going. Oh, oops, no silver score. I will not download the app. Um, yeah, so those are some of the things we're gonna do. Some of the numbers that we're gonna look at. So you might be wondering, okay, how are we gonna do that? We are going to write some code. Yes, I'm spending my summer holidays writing code, but I don't know. I need a career, so I have to spend my free time doing something. So get up our VS Code here. White man's dogs. White man card. So we are going to use the Django and React for this project. No, I've used the Django React for a few projects in the past. It makes the most sense for this one as well because I want to create a few graphs and such to like display the things that we find as well. Yeah, so I can display the things that we find as well in a pretty way so that when we go to display it on the internet, people will be like, oh my god, like I never thought about it like this before or something. Oh my god, headers and insta speaking. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I didn't put in extra dash. Oh my god, sack me. So, you might be wondering what has inspired. Oh my god. What has inspired this? I have to create the folder first. I think it's my internet connection. Oh no. Anyway, you might be wondering what has inspired this what has inspired this investigation. Gosh. One second. Okay, as I was. Okay, where was it? Pogba. Pogba. Yes. Okay, what was I saying? So we showed the sections for data comparison that we're going to walk through. Then we said we're going to use the Django and React, and we're currently going to start the apps. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so what's it called? These are the initial shells for the apps that we're going to use um, to kind of map out the information that we need. So I was gonna make a banger YouTube video. Oh, why am I doing that? I could just do this. But as I was saying, let's make a banger YouTube video. Where's laziness? So, like I was saying, these are the apps that will hold the backend data that we will use to answer the question about if Paul Pogba is a lazy player or not. If you see any illegal scrapers, no, you didn't. No such thing. Oh, tasks. Oh, you. I think that's all of them. You know, we always, around here, we are guys of best practice. Best practice always. Oh. Okay. But come on. Oh my god. Sometimes Windows just drives me fucking crazy, man. Anyway, where was I? of your love. Give you my love. Oh, my love. Tell me what you want to. What's up with you, baby? I'm not with you. Make me be my wife. Yeah. So anyway, a bit of maybe enlightenment context. So back in the day, peak Pogba, Rashford, Martial, Lingard, Ashley Young, when Man United really just had all the guys. One issue that we had was obviously the kind of agenda that Sky Sports pushed against Paul Pogba. Not to say that he was never rightly criticized, because he was, especially after he came back from winning the World Cup. Fella's head was in the clouds. What's it called? Yeah, after he came back from winning the World Cup, there was definitely some valid criticism there. What are those? Yeah. The easy one. Oh. Alright, hold on. Let me even see if I can open. Let's see. Okay, let's see right. Okay, this is the year he played the most games for Manchester United. So let's have a look at some of his numbers. Right. So in 2018-19 season, in the second year after Paul Pogba joined Man United, he only had the second highest number of appearances, only behind the starting goalkeeper. And he played 400 more minutes than the next highest attacking player. And look at the caliber of player that he's playing with at Man United. Right? Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Young, Matic, Rashford. Obviously, at the time, top players in certain respects. But from the level he was at, he was not surrounded by players that were at that world-class level. Good players, not world-class players. But yet, look at the amount of minutes that he's playing. Again, their highest goal scorer from midfield. 900 more minutes than their big money striker signing. Again, led them in assists. We have Angel Gomez again popping off with shots per 90 and tiny sample size. But let's have a look here. The only player that played above, let's even say 25 games with a higher shot per 90 ratio than Paul Pogba was Marcus Rashford, who plays on the wing or at striker. So we have key passes per 90. I wonder who'll be top of this one. We don't speak that name. And these guys have significantly less minutes than Paul Pogba. So anyway, we can do this all day. But essentially, Paul Pogba was very good for Man United at certain periods, but he never got the flowers that he deserved. For reasons we can dissect at various points through this investigation. But Gosh. But so in a more concise and Anyway, I was giving a speech. Fuck's sake, I have to go now. Oh my god! Okay. Well, I remembered how. Okay. I remembered how to get this shit working. So that is, my god, that is a success in itself. So, here's the question that I was going to answer that I posed to myself. 15 degrees. Hardly. Gonna have to go check that out. The question that I proposed to myself is, what is the point, of investigating these type of things? What does it mean to me in particular, even though I will be taking a neutral stance on the results and such? Really, at the moment, with the discourse that we see around sports, so many of the conversations are just people being pathetic, miserable losers. Like, you can't enjoy anything these days, like every single post from a major news outlet that I've seen about Arsenal winning the Premier League are guys just being like just absolute bellends in the comments talking about first title since 2002, look at the way that they're acting, corner merchants, blah 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 blah, like most boring prem. And all this just like all this nonsense. And it's like, I know that obviously the depictions that you see on social media are far from the reality of how people feel, when talking to each other. It's such a small percentage of people. But that's the problem. Like, a lot, like, there's been a serious blend over the last number of years between conversations online and conversations in person. And a lot of people take their online conversations to the conversation that they have in person. So, like, I know it won't affect me personally and the conversation that I have, but I know that a lot of people, and people that, like, I will speak to, like, infrequently, when they don't really know what to say, they fall back on, like, made up, regurgitated talking points, such as Arsenal are corner merchants, and it's a boring, uncompetitive Premier League. And it's just like when it's your turn, you will want people to be happy alongside you. You want people to say, do you know what, fair enough, like, even though it's not my team, it's not my club, fair enough, like, you did your thing, you got the win, we can see, like, the qualities in this team that led to them getting first place. Like, you want people to be supportive, but, like, when it's somebody else's turn, like, you want to be like a money little bitch about it. Like, it's poor. That's what I'll say, it's poor. So that, like, hopefully I'll have the time over the summer to to look at how Arsenal actually apply pressure on teams throughout the course of the year, and like what really led to their success in winning the Premier League from a tactical and a data standpoint. But a similar type of thing was applied to the career of Paul Pogba in the Premier League. Every single thing that he did, scrutinized, debated, complained about. When he scored amazing goals, oh, they're not doing as well as they should. When they did as well as they should, oh, he should be doing that. He cost 100 million. Like, always downplaying the good amplifying the bad and just being miserable about everything. It's a terrible way to live your life, terrible way to go about engaging with your passions, and it's terrible for the discourse and the conversations around the sport. Like, we have, like, honestly, Jamie Carragher was on Sky Sports saying that Mo Salah, his Egyptian career was poor because he never won a trophy. Like, one of the top pundits in England, not even in England, like, as far as the whole English speaking language goes, Sky Sports are one of the biggest providers of sport analysis. And if you are one of the biggest, like, talking figures on one of the biggest providers, that means you are one of the most important voices in the entire sport. And one of the most important voices in the entire sport is up here debating fucking Twitter trophy logic. And people paying for this. But anyway, it's just some points as to why, we're gonna look at really the reality of Paul Pogba's situation. And yeah. Anyway, I have to go, else I'm gonna be late for parents teachers match, or sorry, 6 years versus teachers match in Rockbrook. So I'm off.